What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, man. Let's talk about Keith Thurman making the jump to number 3 to outside the top 40, right? In the WBC rankings, like I told you guys, I better start listening to what I'm saying. He said, I was told that Al Heyman promised him, he paid him, allegedly, Al Heyman paid him to drop his WBC belt. So he paid him to drop his WBC belt. Then he was promised a title shot at it. So most people thought when he lost to Pacquiao, he lost that title shot, but he didn't. So he got paid to drop a belt. So Al Heyman he doesn't even have the control over these fighters to drop the belt. So I mean, honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know. Obviously he doesn't have the control. So you got to pay. Everything he do is based on a payment. That's what it sounds like. Everything he do is based on the payment. But I don't know. Everything is based on a dollar. But so I looked on the regular website, it wasn't there, but somebody had something on Twitter, which I put it up. So this is how it lays out. I don't even know how to find the shout out to Todd for sending to me. I don't even know how to find this ranking, but right now Keith Thurman is number 3. He pops up as number 3. So on their website it's still pretty much the same. So honestly, I don't I don't know how to pull all that up. So, but it's important here, wherever you found this at. It says, say Keith Thurman is number 3 in the new WBC rankings. Lucas Santa Maria is number 12 his victory over for the Continental Americans title over number 15 Abel Ramos. So right now he's saying that, that Keith Thurman jumped to number 3, and I told y'all I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I knew it was coming. So now they put him in position to take on Earl Spence, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? He ain't jump like that in the he ain't jump like that he didn't jump like that in the WBO. He jumped like that in the WBC. Oh, I mean, it's the game. It's the game. And we know a jump. A jump was coming. So, like I said before, that's on him. I really don't care, man. Going around, looking around. Boxing is a dirty place, bro. And we've been through this. We knew he didn't deserve the to have a medal put around his neck, bro. He hadn't fought in so long. So how do you go from being outside the top 40 jumping to number 3? How does that work? It worked because it's corruption, bro. And all them other 40 fighters that's behind him, they should sue. Yep. Here we go right here. I just did do a little digging. They just ain't update that part of the website. Keith Thurman pops up at number 3. WBC rankings. Pops up at number 3. I highlighted in the gray. There you go. And like I told you, man, Al Hammond be paying dudes to drop their belts. Where they do that at, bro? You don't got enough power to say, man, relinquish your belt. For a man that's so powerful, man, he think money solve everything, bro. You can already tell what type of person he is. He's addicted to the money. When you could have went to Keith Thurman and just got in the right and say, hey man, just drop the belt. I just could have went to the WBC, like strip him. But I guess once he got stripped, once the WBC would have stripped him, without Keith Thurman wouldn't have been able to come back and get this shot. So he needed Keith's participation to keep the belt in the circle, because WBC stripped him. Anybody could have fought for the belt. So that's how Danny and Sean fought for the belt. So I mean, I told y'all, bro, Keith Thurman beat Mario Barrios, who never held the WBC title at any weight. He beat Barrios, is ranked outside the top 40. Right? He's ranked outside the top 40. And all of a sudden you beat Barrios and you jump to number 3. At least when Jerron Ennis defeated Sergey Olympias, he was a former world champion. Barrios wasn't no real world title holder. Barrios was a Reggie WBA title holder. He's a secondary. It shouldn't even count. That should be the new US NBCS belt, whatever the hell they call it. So Keith Thurman beat Mario Barrios, jumps him to number 3. In reality, he like number 2 because Virgil Ortiz is going the WBO route. So you already know what they gearing up for. I think something else brewing too, where as far as I think if Jermell win, he gonna jump up to 60. I think Earl gonna fight Keith at the end of the year. He gonna jump up to 54, and they gonna try to do the Lubin Fondor winner versus Earl. I already know what's gonna happen. Like I said, PB, it should be some type of damn rule against PBC having a chokehold in this division so long and still not having one champion. This should have been consolidated to one guy before Bud even got here. This shouldn't even be a conversation. I always say that. And Keith Thurman sit here, go to Sweat in the morning, talk all that shit about Bud, but you won't fight him. You shouldn't have. If you ain't gonna fight somebody, you should just be like, no comment. I ain't fighting him. Everybody got something to say. Oh, Bud business is bad. Bud wasn't being promoted, but Bud was making more money than all y'all. You can double up. You can always add. You can almost add 3 Earl Spence 3 pay-per-views, and it don't even amount. They don't amount to Earl's guarantees on pay-per-view. Sean Porter got his biggest guarantee fucking with Bud, and probably made more money than he made with anybody because them numbers don't be real, bro. I'm telling y'all. Him and Mikey probably did 350. Let's be nice. Other than that, him and Danny did like sub 200. Him and Sean did 200, sub 200, right on the 200 mark. They ain't did what they said. And then once you add up the pay-per-view, so let's say they did do 200,000, right? Let's say they did 200,000, him and Sean, times, let's say 75. That means they brought in 15 million. All right? They brought in 15 million. So you take 10 away from that. So you take 10 away from that, they probably come home. What? 10, 45, 50. So he's probably coming home with $6 million to split with the promoters. Let's say, okay, because look, they bring home 15 million. 10% goes to the cable, 10% goes to whoever hosts the fight. I think it was Fox. 45% goes to the cable company. So they bring home what, 6.5? Let's be nice, say $6.5 million. Let's say the gate did. Let's be nice and say the gate did 10, which we know they didn't do 10. They bring home 16 million. Let's say the gate, merchandise, resort fees, that's $10. So they bring home 16.5. They don't split that 16.5, neither do they bring home. Al Heyman got to pay his people. So Al Heyman probably taking like, let's be nice and say he taking like, let's say he take the 6.5 off and they split the 5. You motherfuckers bring home $6 million a piece, $7 million a piece. Sean bring home 5 or 6. Earl bring home 7. They not making what they say they making, bro. You don't just add the pay-per-views up and add them up and they all go to the fighter. No, the network get 10 who hosting it. The cable company get 45 unless it's ESPN Plus on his own app. Then they split the 45. The television rights go to the cable company. International TV rights, merch, gate, any resort fees, and because in Vegas or Atlantic City, and ticket sale concession that goes to the promoter. So how much did the promoter take off top before they get to the fighters? They got to get paid too. The management, the promoters, PBC, they got to get paid. So you probably looking like, being nice, they probably taking 6 off top, 6.5 off top. So they might be splitting the 10 down the middle. So like I said before, these dudes ain't getting paid like that, bro. Bud got to have bonuses in his contract. He should have just stayed over there. Forget the opponent. They didn't want to fight you. Now he found out. Know how you go to somebody's yard? They got like, if you go to California, Southern California, they got the fenced in yards. Like some other places got. You see a few around Detroit where the front yard fenced in. You got to get through the front fence to get to the front door. Like, I got that beware sign. Like, bro, Bud opened the gate, went in there, beware dog. Beware of Savannah cat, whatever. He went in there and ain't nothing happened. And now this dude about to gear up and say, they gonna say keep the mandatory. Then you gonna have guys like Jeremy and Marcus who say, they said Earl didn't fight Bud next. They was gonna call him Spence. They gonna come here and say, well, keep the mandatory. He had no choice to play mandatory. And then again, what about mandatory Trump unification, Trump mandatory, which they don't. But that's what they scream. You said that mandatories don't trump. Unification don't trump mandatories. They don't. And you see the play. I see the play. We knew the play. Keith Thurman told us to play. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. But this is what boxing is. And then this ain't even the worst part. You know why they able to do this? Because the internet, because for one, they don't have no fans. Let's say that's true. They don't have a casual fan base. So you don't have a casual fan base, you can do whatever you want. It's like putting on a terrible movie and nobody gonna come see it. They don't have a fan base. So they can do whatever they want to do and nobody gonna be mad. Unlike the UFC, UFC got to put on a good product, at least on paper, and people won't get mad. 2, the reason the small percentage of fans they do have, the hardcore, the casual fans, posing as hardcore fans, the reason they able to get away with that is because Earl, is I wouldn't say Earl, it's the hardcore fans. They, you got some of them saying, Earl can do, they gonna ride with Earl no matter what he do. Then you got some who just moved on and don't care, so that's just what it is. And they can get away with this. And then also they're able to get away with this. Why? Because, hold on. Because these guys, anybody behind him, these guys, it's like the plantation. They scared to rise up against their oppressor. They'd rather just take a slow beating. And they rather take a slow beating than band together, all form a class action lawsuit, bankrupt the WBC or get paid, and let them know you're not going for that tomfoolery. Everything in the that's why the WBC and a lot of these other ones outside the IBF are outside the country, because a lot of stuff they do, United States wise, they'd be in trouble. I sue the hell out of them, bro. How does Keith Thurman not fight in 2.5 years and turn around and fight Mario Barrios, who just came to the division, who wasn't a world champion, won the world title? He was a Reggie Bell secondary title winner, and he get ranked over me, Jerron Ennis, who been fighting me Even Danny Garcia too. Like, bum, how Mikey Garcia still there? Like, bruh, like I said before, boxing has no unity. Boxing is like the black community, bro. Everybody go their own way instead of unifying together. And malarkey like this won't happen. How's Keith Thurman more deserving over Jerron Ennis? He ain't did nothing in almost 3 years. He still ain't did nothing. He'll fight next November, December, unless he get a tune-up versus the Spencer. We all know Spencer gonna be the guy, so he'll fight versus them. Come on, it's crazy. Mikey just lost that welterweight. It was a catchweight versus an indoor mark. How is he still there? He lost from to a nobody. How some of these dudes continue to hang around? Keith Thurman done nothing, bro. He didn't fight a real welterweight or nothing. He get all the way to number 3. How? You know what? But you know what? If they don't care, we don't care. All these dudes are scared little pussycats that think the belts mean something. You pay all these sanction belt fees, just like Devin Haney. You pay all these sanction belt fees, and they tell you ain't a real champion. What you waiting on, man? Get your sanction belt fees back. You know what I'm saying? But then again, he know they're not gonna pay him. They're gonna bankrupt, and you gonna diminish a relationship that you can't rebuild. You're not Canelo. I wish somebody rise up and say, you know what, man, the United States need their own belt. We're not recognizing these belts, these fake belts that keep making rules as they go. We're going to represent the IBF because they're in the United States, and we're going to create our own belt. And watch how quick the rules change. But like I said, this is the most non-caring world of people I ever seen, bro. Our great-great-grandfathers, grandmothers, and all that, grandmothers, great-grandfathers, grandfathers, all that, man, they'd be ashamed. We let stuff like the WC, WA, the IBF, WO, and other things in the world treat us how they gonna treat us, bro. And we don't have no backbone no more. Everybody's sensitive, everybody gluten-free, everybody vegan, but still 400 pounds. We don't have no backbone no more. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, the bell icon button, check the box news and welterweight playlist. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media link subscription. Reach out. You want to make a financial donation, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. And find me on Spotify, Goodfella TV podcast, Anchor, Goodfella TV podcast. I appreciate the love, support. Best way to donate, comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase chance notifications. Let me know